Good morning. Do you hear what I hear? It's boiling water because it's time for the tea. Let me get my water and then we're going to try out today's tea, which is an Earl Grey cream. Let me get that water because it's real annoying now. All right, so today we are trying a very fancy tea. I believe it was given to me by my pal, my teacher bestie, Mrs. Major, and it is from a brand called Organically Yours Miss T, M-I-S-S, like Miss Whitman. Wouldn't it be cool if my name was Miss T? All right, if anyone knows any, hot literary men with the last name T, T-E-A, hit me up. I don't think they exist, but never hurts to ask. Maybe you know somebody. So, all right, this is an Earl Grey cream tea. It's tea number 3. It contains caffeine. Under our ingredients, we've got organic black tea, which really doesn't tell us a lot, but anyway. Organic orange teal, the word I can't pronounce, oil. I still need to learn to pronounce that word, bergamot. Organic mallow flowers petals. That sounds kind of gross to me, but we'll deal. And then organic vanilla pieces, which sounds delicious. Contains caffeine. And yeah, so it's a loose tea, meaning it comes in the little like drip droplets that you have to like put into a tea bag. Happen to own some, tea bags. So I filled this baby up and hipster style. You just take it and you kind of, do a little windy thing. I feel kind of like people do this with like the stem of a maraschino cherry somehow, but I don't know. Anyway, so you take it and then you make just a little loopy here so the tea doesn't come everywhere. And I always feel like a hipster when I make tea like this because I feel like it's how the hipsters do. So I'm going to take this nice little tea bag. I'm going to throw this in here and I'm going to let it steep for about 3 to 4 minutes. And to add to the hipster vibe, I've got my hipster-tastic mug here. Just kind of feels like something like a hippie-ish person would. I know hipsters and hippies are not the same thing, for the record, but I'm just grouping them together today because I can. So I love this mug. Got it at the Target. Don't you miss the days when we could just stroll through the Target and buy whatever without worrying about getting infected with a life-altering disease? Those were the days. Or as that lady in that old TV show would say, those were the days. But as it is, here we are. And even though that may be the case that we can't walk through Target quite as freely, still it is true that all good things are wild and free, that there is so much beauty in the world that is wild and free because it is wild and free. Just think about wildflowers to start. So let me let this steep for a second and then I'll come back and join you with a bit of positivity. Oh. All right, friends, this tea has done its steeping. I'm going to put it on my little tea bag collection plate so that you don't over steep. This little plate is so cute. I have a lot of these, but this is my favorite because it was given to me by a student of mine named Emma from a few years ago. And it says, "Take some more tea," the Mad Hatter said to Alice very earnestly. And I like to think that in this scenario, I would be Alice, but I think realistically, I'm probably the Mad Hatter. Ah! Oops, sorry, drop things. Every time I drop stuff, I scream. Is that normal? I don't know. So I added some sugar to this because that's what I do. And it smells a little strong. Might have oversteeped a tad, but that's a me problem. And let's give it a little taster. Oh, it definitely needs more sugar because I oversteeped it hardcore. But I definitely taste the vanilla. And I taste a bit of citrus. I really might have hardcore oversteeped it and may need to like re-steep in a new glass of hot water or a mug of hot water. But yeah, because like the smell, this is really gross and this is really good tea. So I apologize for this, but the smell, I feel like it went very quickly from like great tea smell to like baby diaper smell because I feel like I just oversteeped in a big way. So I'm gonna re-steep and retry. And I will not edit this for content. Haha. All right, friends, we are back. I have been doing some diagnosing of the issue here, and I think not only did I oversteep the tea, but I put way too much tea in my little tea bag, and so it kind of looks like a diaper full of poo. You're welcome. But I re-steeped with the same tea bag so that the flavor was a little bit more muted, and it's definitely an improvement. However, I do also feel that in terms of overall Earl Grey experiences, this one is not my favorite. And I think maybe it is um, a certain ingredient in this variety is something. This is called Earl Grey cream, which is, I don't know, maybe indicative that something is different in this or in this list of ingredients than your standard Earl Grey, but it's good, not great. We'll call it that. I will drink probably half of it before switching to English breakfast, maybe a third. So yeah, today's positivity is a little bit of a shocker because I actually thought that I was not going to like this thing, but I have participated in two of them recently, and in both cases, well, in one case I was brought to tears, and in the other case I was dancing and laughing. So I think that's a sign that it's a good thing. And so, without further ado, actually maybe a little drum roll. Today's bit of positivity is okay, so today's positivity is the birthday drive-by parade. Loving these things. So a couple of days ago, one of my friends who has a young son who I believe just turned 4, or 3, but I think 4. I'm really bad at little babies, children's ages. I don't know. But anyway, he just had a birthday, and because of our quarantine situation, he couldn't have the party that he wanted to have. So his mom and dad coordinated a parade of cars that would drive by, led by the police chief in town in Oakland, and everybody gets in this, line of cars, and you all put on your hazard blinking lights, and then you would basically drive past this house with balloons and car decorations and just honking your horns and singing. And I was invited to participate, and I was like, is this weird? Because I don't have any kids to have them like hanging out of my car singing happy birthday or whatever. But I decided to go because I love my friend and I love her child. He's adorable. So I get in this line of cars and I'm like driving and wondering what this is going to be like. And oh my goodness gracious, if I didn't start crying in my car because it was so beautifully touching to see how many people showed up to support this beautiful kid on his birthday. And it just felt so loving and great and joyful in the midst of this really not so joyful time. And my gosh, it was awesome. So I legit cried in my car by myself as I drove past their house. And I managed to yell happy birthday and then continued crying because I was just so touched and moved. And then yesterday, one of my teacher friends had a birthday, so a couple of our friends decided to drive by her house and to stay our 6 feet apart, but to drop off a birthday cupcake and do some singing. And it was just so beautiful to see how people are showing love in this crazy time. So I didn't want to show my friend's video without her permission on the interwebs. So I just found a random one on YouTube because that's my video skills at this point. So I'm just going to show you a quick little picture, and you can see for yourself. I'm literally I'm literally already crying, and I don't even know this kid. Look how happy he is. Look at all the love. Ah, ah, ah.
Thanks, buddy.
And you think the cars are gonna stop, and they just keep coming. There's so many, and oh my gosh. Oh, happy birthday, Matthew. I don't know you. So I think you all have to agree with me that these birthday drive-by parades should not stop at the end of this pandemic because, oh my goodness gracious, are they not emotionally beautiful? If it weren't creepy, would attach myself to all the birthday parades in town and just go drive around past people's houses and sing to them with balloons because, oh my gosh, I'm not going to say that I didn't go on Amazon yesterday and contemplate buying 112 balloons for the specific purpose of putting them on my car and driving past people's houses and singing happy birthday. But I held it together because it was kind of an expensive balloon purchase. It felt like, a little bit of an overcharging for balloons on the part of Amazon. So I'm gonna hold off and I'm gonna not be a creeper. But oh my goodness, if you have a chance to be part of a birthday drive-by, you might maybe not drive-by, but a birthday parade. Um, don't don't pass on the opportunity because what a great way to show some love in a time when we really need it. So, guys, that's today's positivity. I hope you're drinking your tea and enjoying your day. Remember that all good things are wild and free. Remember that you are beautiful and loved, and that we'll be back again for more episodes of The Tea very soon. Have a great day.